Hey, what's up, guys? Dogs are asleep. Got the house all to myself. Figured I'd hang out with you, make a video. Hey guys, welcome back to Carnivore Quest. If you're new here, I'm Larry, and me and my wife Cassie started this channel 2 months ago when we started the carnivore diet in an attempt to lose 200 pounds, eating basically only meat. If you're one of our devoted subscribers, what's up guys? Hope you're having a great day. First of all, I'm 46 years old, 6 feet tall, and when I started this diet, I was 315 pounds. I'm in ballpark. I've lost about 30 pounds so far. I feel great, but there's definitely been some learning along the way. And if you're thinking about starting a carnivore diet, maybe I can give you some insight on what to expect. So the first thing is the toilet will become your best friend for the first couple weeks. After the first week being on the carnivore diet, I experienced pretty extreme diarrhea. I guess that's typical from what I've read and people I've listened to. It lasts longer for some people, or not quite as long. Mine lasted maybe almost 2 weeks, and once it was done, it was done. My stool went back to normal. I guess the reason this happens, from what I've read, is the enzymes you need to break down carbohydrates and sugar, you no longer need them, and so your body expels them. And during this time, you lose a ton of water weight. The first 3 weeks, I lost, I can't remember, 15, 18 pounds. I mean, it was quite a bit of weight. Your body's just, dumping a lot of water. So while preparing to do the diet, I did a little research, and, I realized you have to keep your electrolytes up during that time. So definitely added some salt to our water. So in the first couple of weeks, you're going to drop a significant amount of weight, but then it will slow down. It seems now it's about 2 pounds a week, typically for me. Now, when you cut out carbohydrates and sugar, your body will eventually flip and start burning fat for fuel. And when this happens, you don't feel so good. It almost felt like withdrawal symptoms. They call it the keto flu. It lasted for me for about 2 days. I felt lethargic, didn't have a whole lot of energy. I was kind of bummed out. But once that passed, I started feeling great, and that's never occurred again. Number 2, eventually, after a few weeks, you start eating less. If I was going to tell somebody about this diet, I would say, eat till you're full, eat all the meat you want, and just naturally, your appetite just starts to subside. I'm down to usually 2 meals a day. Sometimes I only eat 1 meal a day, and that's not without me even trying. Just the fatty cuts of meat are satiating, and you just aren't hungry. I mean, most days I will go until like 2 in the afternoon before I eat a meal, and that's usually a small meal, and then I'll have dinner with Cassie at night, and that's it. Some days go by if I'm busy, and I don't eat anything until dinner time. So that was surprising to me. The third thing I've noticed is my energy level is pretty much even keel. I don't have those peaks and valleys like on a normal diet, where you just got that crash in the afternoon after lunch. Or pretty much my energy level is good all day long. And I'll even get bursts of energy where you just feel great. You feel like Superman. But I never really have those lows. So that's kind of cool. Definitely a benefit. And something that goes along with that is you're pretty much always in a good mood. I mean, I'm a pretty positive person. I'm never really a negative Nancy, but I've definitely been able to tell that, with Cassie and me, we're just pretty much always in a good mood. And I know people who struggle with depression and anxiety, they change their way of eating to a carnivore diet. And I have heard testimonies where they do really well, just by changing what they're eating. And I can definitely see that, because I can't remember the last time I was in a bad mood. Number 4, the fourth thing I learned on the carnivore diet is you're going to do a lot of cooking. And if you're not used to that, it's definitely an adjustment. Cassie over the years has taught me to be pretty proficient in the kitchen, but it's definitely, a challenge. Like when let's say we're out and about for the day and we come home and we're tired, you just can't pop something in the microwave or, grab something frozen and pop it in the oven. You actually have to cook something. So, which sucks when you're tired and, or you're in a hurry. So that's where meal prep comes into play. But even then, we find that we like most of our meat cooked right when we're going to eat it. I mean, I will eat leftover stuff. Cassie's more apt not to. I'll throw a steak in the microwave, if I'm hungry. But you're going to cook a lot. There's no really snacking on this diet, which is cool. I mean, you really don't even feel like snacking. Something else that goes along with this is I had to realize when I was really hungry and when I wasn't. There are those times where you feel like I want a snack, but are you really hungry, or do you just want a snack? You just want something in your mouth, because you're used to that stimulation. I think that's one of the biggest things I had to learn so far, was to realize when I'm hungry and when I'm not. Because sometimes you think you're hungry and you want a snack, you're really not hungry. Your mouth just wants something good, That's definitely a skill I've honed, is learning when I'm really hungry and when I'm really not. The fifth thing I've learned on the carnivore diet is overall, you're going to save money eating this way. I have a lot of friends that say, man, it must be nice being made of money eating steak every day. But really, if you think about it, especially if you're only eating one meal a day, you can have a nice cut of meat for one meal a day, and it's not that expensive. If you throw in some chicken thighs for lunch, that's not that expensive. But you're not going to be snacking. You're not going to be going out for fast food. You don't go out to eat, period. It was nothing for me, Cassie and I, to order Mexican food and go pick it up at our local favorite restaurants. You're not going to be, in the grocery store for an hour buying up all this crap. It ends up being comparable or even cheaper than the standard American diet. I mean, unless you're eating top ramen every night, But I was really surprised by that you can actually save money eating this way. And I think the main reason is you just don't eat that much. I mean, I've seen a lot of people just eat one meal a day. So what if you have a $15 steak, once a day? That's not bad. All right, number 6, what I've learned on the carnivore diet. This diet is really simple. I mean, it's so simple that it's really hard to fail unless you just break down and, eat some pasta or, have a candy bar. But as far as meal planning and shopping, super easy, even compared to the ketogenic diet. That's why I think Cassie and I are going to be successful on the carnivore diet for our weight loss, because it's so simple that it's hard to fail. There are no sneaky carbs. You can't overeat that cauliflower. You can't have too much peanut butter or nuts. You get a handful of peanuts and pretty soon you've eaten, half the package. And those sneaky carbs are a bitch. Cassie really struggled with keeping her carbs under 20 because they just sneak up on you. And the 7th and final thing I've learned eating the carnivore diet is how much time and energy previously we put into what we were going to eat. Our relationship with food has definitely changed. It almost seems like we have more free time on our hands now, and that's why this channel has been so helpful, because shooting the videos, editing them, coming up with ideas, it's just, it fills that void, because when you're just eating meat, it frees up a lot of time. You don't realize how much energy you put into planning your meals. I know we did. Our life was, based around what we were going to eat. I mean, maybe that's why we're 200 pounds overweight. But our relationship with food has definitely had a light shone on it. So, we're more aware of it, if that makes sense. So that's the 7 things I've learned so far in the carnivore diet. I'm really glad I got to make this video. I'm glad I made it this far. I thought about it about a month ago, get 2 months under my belt and, I'll throw in my 2 cents. So there's my 2 cents. If this is your first time stopping by our channel, encourage you to subscribe and root us along, see if we can lose 200 pounds. We're on Instagram at carnivore.quest. Pop that up right here. And we definitely made some friends on there. So if you're starting this diet, I encourage you to get on there. There's a lot of support. A lot of people are eating this way, and they're good folks. And I wish you guys luck, whether you're gonna do the carnivore diet for weight loss or just for overall health. I wish you the best. So until next time, later.